Hi foodies, today I made one of my favorite breakfasts, some cook up saltfish and some fried breadfruit. So this is just some Jamaican breakfast inspiration for you. Let's do it. So of course I have the salted codfish. You can get one with the bones if you want to. This one is deboned. So all I need to do is boil this. If I'm doing a huge piece, then sometimes I'll soak it. But if it's not a huge piece, then I just boil it with enough water to get out the excess salt. So we're going to be doing that shortly. This is what it looks like. As I said, you can soak it or you can boil. Some people do both if it's a lot of saltfish and it's extra salty. You want to leave some salt in it though, so don't boil out all of the salt because that salt is going to give you the flavor in that dish, which would prevent you from adding salt. Okay, so we're going to do that later. But today I'm going to be frying some breadfruit. So I can't get any nice breadfruit in Canada. Like, I just can't. So usually I get it from Jamaica and it is baked or roasted and then sliced up, and then I keep it in my freezer until I'm ready to use it. So if you're not familiar with this, it's a round green fruit and then it is roasted or baked, and then we take out the core and we slice it up. You can have it just like that, when it's baked or roasted, or sometimes we fry it as well to get that nice outer crispness, and then inside is nice and soft. So this can be eaten just the way it is right now, but I'm going to be frying it today. So you can cut it as thin as you like. It's very soft. It's easy, very easy to break, guys. So you can break it apart and eat it while it's hot. See, I'm just gonna break this piece just to show you if you're not familiar with it. See, it's kind of like bread, right? Kind of looks like bread. So you can slice it as thinly as you want and then fry it up, and then I just sprinkle a little salt on it. All right. Now back to the saltfish. Here it is. I'm just gonna boil it in enough water to get out the excess salt. All right. So just give that a boil, and then I drain it. I like to run some cold water over it just to make it easier to handle. And I also taste it to see if enough salt has been removed. If not, I boil it again, or I just keep running it underneath water. And then I'm just going to flake it apart. You can use forks if you want to. Just flake it apart to get those tiny pieces. All right, so let's cook. I have oil in the pan and I'm going to be cooking some onion, scallion, some bell pepper, thyme. I have allspice, Scotchbonnet that's been minced, and I have some tomatoes. So I'm just going to cook all of this in the pan. I'm going in with the onion and tomato first, and then I'll just add everything else after. Of course, there are some days when you just cook up some saltfish with onion and that's it. But if I have the time and I have the ingredients, I like to add a little bit of everything. The Scotch bonnet gives it so much flavor and a little heat. And then that nice sweet and tart tomato, everything just comes together nicely. So I'm just going to cook this up until the tomato and the onions are a little softer. Then we will add the flaked saltfish to this. So we want to add the saltfish here and stir everything together because we want the saltfish to absorb all of the flavor, all of the juices that were in the pan already. So what we're going to do is we're going to add black pepper to this, and we'll just let it continue to cook over that medium heat and allow the saltfish to get that nice flavor. Some people like the saltfish crispy, so they'll actually fry it dry in the pan and then add the seasonings, but I don't need it to be super crispy. So we're just gonna cook these together, as Jamaicans say, cook down, or a lot of Caribbean people say cook down. So that just means you're gonna, let everything mesh together over that medium heat. And then I add a little bit of ketchup Of course, not everybody likes that, so you don't have to do it. But I love to add just a little bit. I don't want the saltfish to be too dry or too wet. So this just gives it that nice in between, that perfection. I love it. That's really it. I'm just allowing this to cook a little more so the saltfish can absorb all the flavor. All right. So it's breadfruit time, guys. I have oil in the pan. Make sure it's medium high heat. Then lay the breadfruit slices away from you so that oil doesn't splash. Of course, I use my chef hands, but please use tongs. Don't use your hands like I just did, okay? Use your tongs. Lay the breadfruit in there, and this is easy. I do not set a time for this. I just watch it, and then I'll take a peek. If it starts to get golden brown, then I know I can flip it. That's all you're looking for because this is already cooked. It's either roasted or baked. We just want to get that nice golden color on the outside and flip it over, do the same thing again, and that's it. Some people just like it lightly fried, while some people want it extra crispy. So just do what suits the person you're cooking for, right? And just make sure that the breadfruit doesn't burn up. Remember that it can dry out as well. So look at that beautiful golden color. You can just sprinkle some salt on top if you want to, and you are good to go. This is really nice with the saltfish, especially if you had some ackee in this. Oh my gosh, but this is so good too. Cook up saltfish with tomato and fried breadfruit. I know depending on where you are in the world, it might be hard to get breadfruit, but if you can, just get it roasted or baked, slice it up, keep it in the freezer, and then when you're ready, just thaw it overnight and fry it. So good. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.